afternoon. Welcome
Hello.
to Monday. How are
What
you,
is
Chris?
up? Good. What's happening, man?
Not much. Welcome to the Seth Williams Show. We got a big show planned for you today. We got Bloom Doggy, Jon Drake, coming up in a little bit.
That's right.
He's going to be talking to us some Browns football, getting into the football stadium deal that's going on.
Sure.
And, of course, we got to talk about the LeBron thing since he is a LeBron fan. If you didn't see that video, we'll have to pull that up and play that for you because that's something.
That guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he is. We'll also talk to Greg Mack from 95.5 The Fish. He went on his 4 quadrillion-mile bike ride from here to Cincinnati. And then now he's got a new thing that he's working on, a new Twitch channel or something like that. So we're going to talk to him about that and see what's going on with him.
Great.
So big show today, big show.
Yes.
I haven't decided, though, who I think is screwing me more.
Okay.
The left or Apple.
Okay.
I mean, God knows every decision that the left makes is hysterically bad, except for the ones that now Kamala Harris decides that she's going to lay out there, which were, by the way, Trump's ideas.
Yeah,
so now she is right. The only thing she hasn't said yet is we're going to make America great again. But we'll talk about that a little bit or later or whatever.
Right.
But I had to, Apple screwing me just as bad, I think.
Okay.
So we had to get 3 phones because my phone you could no longer hear out of. I could only listen to calls on speakerphone. And when I'm trying to do my job, and I use my phone a lot for work, it's very difficult to do on speakers. When talking about senators and congressmen and stuff, and I'm standing in the middle of the public and I have it on speakerphone, it's a little bit awkward. My daughter's phone is about 5 years old, and she's never asked for a new phone, so she just needed one because it's just out of date. You can't use it anymore.
Sure.
And then my wife, her phone is old enough, and if we're going to get 2 phones, might as well get 3.
Right.
But Apple just screws the hell out of you. So we had to get 3 phones. We got 3 iPhone 15s, whatever they are.
Yeah.
So the newest ones.
Okay.
And I got like the Pro.
Yeah. Okay. You get Pro Max or whatever. Yeah.
I didn't get the Max. I just get the Pro. So it's like a step below the Pro Max, but above the regular.
Sure.
And to walk out the door with the 3 phones. Now, we are all eligible for upgrades.
Okay.
And with trade-ins and everything else. Just to walk out the door. You want to venture?
How much it costs?
Yeah, don't go too excessive because it wasn't like $5,000 or anything like that.
No, but 3 phones?
3 phones, walk out the door, and again, eligible for upgrades and all that kind of stuff.
Did you have to change your plan or no?
No. In fact, my bill is going down.
Okay. So you financed the whole thing or you had to pay something? Is that what we're asking?
Well, I mean, we have to pay monthly on everything, obviously.
Okay.
So, but the bill that we were paying went from like $240 a month to like it's going to be about $200 a month. So we're actually saving $40 a month on our thing. But
so you want me to guess the total of that?
Total, just to walk out the door with the 3 phones in hand. That's not even an activation fee because the activation fee will be on the next month's bill. So the next month's bill is going to be huge.
I'm going to guess $1,500 bucks, $500 a phone.
No, $500 total to walk out.
Even that's
which is a lot of money, dude.
A lot when you're going to be making payments for the next 2 years on it.
Right, for the next however many years that I'm stuck into this, paying $200-$300 a month. But $500 just to walk out the door of Verizon with these phones.
Mm-hmm.
Now the screwed up part is now they have you by the balls because we all had. I had a 12. My wife had a 12. My daughter had like a 10 or something.
Okay.
And so they screw the hell out of you though, because we have all these chargers in the cars. We have all these chargers at home, and does it come with a charger? Well, it comes with the cord, a cord that's like 6 inches long, so it doesn't plug into anything that you want to actually get near. You have to stick it in the wall and walk away from it. But it doesn't come with the charging blocks.
Oh, good.
Plug into the wall. So now I'm just staring at this cord going, well, what the hell am I going to do with this?
Right.
And then they give you the spiel of, well, you can't buy a cord and you can't buy blocks at the gas station because that'll just fry your phone, which is a fucking lie because I've used these ones from the gas station all the time. But
me too.
Still, I'm convinced that it's going to fry my brand new phone. I don't want to do that. So now I paid, with a discount, $85 extra now on top of the $500 to walk out with just blocks to plug into the wall for 3 of us to be able to charge our phones at home.
You should take those back today.
Now,
just buy the ones at the Walmart for $5. What are you doing?
So then I had to get cases for the phones, right?
Do not tell me that you bought cases at the Verizon store, the AT&T store. Come on.
No, I did not. But I went to Meijer and I bought cases. Now, Meijer, I thought it would have been okay to buy, cases. But again, I had to buy for 3 phones.
Right.
Walking
$60 more bucks.
It was $65 to walk out the door at Meijer.
Right.
With 3 cases. Then I get into my car and realize, okay, my car charger now doesn't work with these new phones because they have different ports, they have different everything, so you can't just plug it into the car charger that I have. So now I got to buy 2 car chargers to go along with the everything else that I bought. So I'm into it for like almost $1,000.
Right. Before you make a phone call.
Before I made a phone call. Before my app's even downloaded on my new phone. I'm into it for $1,000.
Yeah.
I don't have $1,000. So there's credit cards that are like literally my wallet's on fire. I think it's in flames and smoking in the corner. And the first time I've ever had credit cards, now they're all destroyed.
Right.
I finally got my credit score to where I wanted it. Now I'll never be able to buy a car or anything else again in my life because of Apple products.
Yeah. Jesus, dude.
But they just screw the hell out of you.
I don't think your dad understands here. I'll put this up. He said those phones are $1,000 a piece, so $500 is a steal. He's not getting away with that there, Mr. Williams. He just had to make a down payment.
Right.
He's still got to pay, what, $200 a month for the next 3 years or 2 years or whatever.
And then on top of that, I got screwed somehow because I went to another Verizon before this to get an upgrade maybe a couple years ago or whatever. And they said, oh, we got this great promotion. We're going to have this line. We're going to have that line. We don't have to pay. Blah, 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 blah. They gave me this whole spiel. And, of course, I'm stupid. I just wanted a new phone. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, that's fine. That's great. I go to the store yesterday. It turns out that I'm paying on another phone. I never got the other phone. I have a line for the other phone, but I don't have that phone. Mm-hmm. But I have like 11 more payments on that phone before that's going to be paid off.
You're in the Bobby Bonilla plan. You remember Bobby Bonilla from the Mets?
Yes.
He still gets $1 million a year from the Mets, and it's been like 20 years since he was an active player.
So I have a phone with a line on it that I don't actually have a phone for.
That's good.
What I'm paying, and apparently I've been paying for 2 years on that phone, but I have another year to go on a phone that I've never used, never seen.
Right.
Well, I know it was better than the phone that they gave me.
That's hilarious.
So now I got to figure out how to get these. So now I have this brand new phone. I don't even have it upstairs. I don't even have it with me now because it has to be charging because I don't know what to do with it. I should get an Obama phone. Or a Harris phone. That'll be next.
Yeah, the Harris phone.
No, the only people getting Harris phones are the illegals because Mr. Walls likes to give free college and free homes and free everything to illegals. He called it, I forget what he called it, some sort of like it was like a neighborly plan or something like that he wants to be nice to all the illegals. Yeah. Gives them everything for free. So him. Maybe if I was illegal, this is what I'm going to do. Fuck it. I'm going to cross the border at some point in the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to set up shop there for like a week in a tent, and then I'm going to walk back over the border illegally, and I'm going to get all kind of free stuff.
Why even leave? Just relinquish your citizenship. Just say, now I'm a citizen of Canada.
Do you realize that for a lot of years, because of some medical conditions that I had, mainly my foot was rotting off of my body, that I didn't have a driver's license and I was not allowed to vote? Yet they're giving people that are illegal to this country driver's licenses and the ability to vote.
Well, you assume they want you to have national pride. They don't. They don't want you to even think about national anything.
I don't even have pride in my phone system now because Apple just dicked me. I mean, what's the point in changing the port on the phones? You knew how to
Just
make
what happened to you is the reason they changed the port. They're a company. They're in it to make money.
Okay, it's not making enough money to just give me the damn phone. It's $1,000. You gotta screw me out of the charges too.
Dude, don't you know the answer to how much money is enough money? A little more than I have. That's always the answer. There's never a cap.
Like I don't really, honestly, I don't blame corporations for making as much money as possible. I mean, we live in that kind of society. If we're smart enough to do it, you got the ability to do it, then go ahead and do it. I blame suckers like me for falling for it and buying all this stuff.
You could have bought a shitty ass Android. They don't change their product like Apple does. Doesn't work very well, but you could. But if you're willing to have an inferior phone, you can have it. And
I'm sure. What?
You could have it, and it's inferior, but it works. It'll make phone calls.
I'm sure there's a pay-as-you-go phone somewhere out there that I could probably get.
Oh, I'm sure there is. What's that company? Reliant Wireless or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
Community Wireless. It's like $10 a month.
Man, it was so frustrating. We were literally in that store for over 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's
to get phones transferred. There were two guys working. They were great guys, nice guys, super nice guys. I won't say which store, but they were great guys. And one guy was working with a family when we got there on their laptops because there was something wrong with their passwords, this, that, and the other thing. And I asked the guy that was sitting there because we were leaving, and they were still sitting there. They were there when we walked into the store. They were there when we walked out of the store.
Nice.
I said, "Good luck with whatever you're doing." He was like, "It's been well over 3 hours that we've been sitting there." I wanted to tell him, "Look, I'd burn your laptop, burn the phones, tell the kids they're screwed, and leave."
Well, I don't understand why you went to the store. You're smart enough to just have them send them to you and turn them on.
Okay, so you know what we did? We got our daughter's phone, the old phone, that way, online, right?
Yeah.
And they sent it to us. It was a Christmas gift. They couldn't even find that phone in their system. It was through Verizon that we got it online. And they couldn't find it in their system. The phone doesn't even exist. Well, then, if it doesn't exist, then I want all the money that I've been paying for the past 2-3 years on that phone. I want it back.
Yeah. Well, then they found it magically. Then, of course, they found it magically, right?
Well, of course they did. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they found it or not. I'm still paying for it. Jim says, yeah. Bob actually talked about this the other day on the show. Bob France, 14:20 a.m., 9 to noon, Monday through Friday. Listen to the show. He said that because I was telling him about like a Christmas Eve story that I had where I burned my face off. I literally burned the side of my face. And he said, "We got to get cameras like in our house and just follow you around." Because we could make like a lot of money off of just the silliness of your life and what happens to you.
Right.
And maybe.
You could. I mean, dude, people like regular stuff. And if it's just slightly irregular, which yours is, people would love it.
I think it reminds people of their lives too.
Yeah. People say that shit to me all the time about, with the crazy hours and all that stuff. That, you should have a reality show. That's what I want. More of my life public.
Yeah. I remember back in the day, they wanted to do a barbarian baby watch. They wanted me to have sex with my ex-wife and put cameras in my house until we had a baby. And I was like, no, I think we'll pass on that. They were going to get it all sponsored. I guess I could have had a good...
Right.
So you're spending more and more money just on a scam, and people are doing it, so they keep doing it. Okay, look. But what other option do you have? There's not a whole lot of other options out there. What are you going to do? Get a landline, Natalie?
Well, you'll get a flip phone. That's always the answer from people is, you just get a phone that isn't a smartphone. Like, who wants that?
How am I going to do half my job without a smartphone?
Yeah. Dude, I do half my work. I sit in front of computers all day long, and when I'm not in front of the computer, I'm still working. I'm just working on my phone.
I mean, I had to warn the guy yesterday, though. I was like, please, God, let me delete everything before you start. He's like, can I have your phone? Because I want to, do this and do that. I was like, yeah, give me like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Where's the clear history button on this phone?
See, that's another reason I never go. I never go to the Verizon store. I really don't. I really do not want them to say, "Oh, look at this, 33,000 views on X videos." What is that? I really don't.
You can turn this phone in, and you probably get some money off your bill down the road once it's done being paid for. I was like, I am never turning this phone in anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lit on fire and burnt down to dust before I'm going to hand it over to you.
I was going to say the only thing I'm turning it into is a pile of molten mush.
Yeah,
thrown in a fire. I'm not giving it back. Hell no.
In fact, I'm afraid what you're going to see in the molten pile of mush. I'm going to stomp on that once it's done.
I could just hear that phone call now, or that door knock now. Knock, knock, knock. Come sit down. I could see Chris Hansen showing up at my fucking door, and he'd be like, so you like MILF teachers on boats, do you? You know?
I heard a radio show talking about that the other morning about like what they put on these sites now.
Yeah.
And I don't really visit those sites, but I checked it out just to see if they were accurate in their description. Mm-hmm. And it said, my dad's still listening, and it's everything is step something.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So accurate. When I heard it on the radio, I was like, I got to, yeah, it's true. Like everything is stepmom, stepsister, stepdad, step porn.
Yeah, it is. It very much is step porn now. It's either all step porn. It's, I banged my stepsister in the shower or whatever, right. Or my stepmom is a big one.
Yeah,
and the other big one is I fucked my boss so I could get a raise.
Yes.
That's a biggie in the porn world.
Rent money is always big.
Yeah, rent money. Well, there's a whole side site on that. What is that one called? Something property holders or something? Property porn or something?
But I've never heard of it.
I think it's called property sex. Let me look it up. I won't put it on the screen.
I don't even know the words that you're speaking.
Yeah, I'm sure you
don't.
I
remember for a while there was like girl got stuck under bed, girl got stuck in the washing machine, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a big one too. That's a big one, is the girls getting stuck. Girls getting stuck places is another big one in the porn world. Stuck under the bed, stuck in a dryer. Yeah, it's called property sex, where the landlord comes to collect the money or evict the girl, and then she blows him to avoid the eviction.
Every time I feel shame and I think that I'm like some sort of awful, disgusting perv,
no.
I realize that there's guys out there that are way worse than I. Well, like I couldn't even think of the kind of shit that they post online.
Dude, think of it this way: the worst thing that you're thinking about, if you can search it and find it, that means somebody's making money doing it. That's way worse than you thinking of it.
Well, I guess my question is, I need to learn how to make money doing something. I need an OnlyFans page, is what it comes down to.
Well, that'll take you 5 minutes to set up.
My S22 Ultra from 2022 is still going strong as day number 1. Was that a Samsung there? Samsung 22? Is that what's there?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's only like 3 brands of phone anymore, right? Samsung, Google, Apple.
Does Google make a phone?
Yeah, Google. Yeah, they have a phone.
The Galaxy, is that Samsung?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever had an Android was I had is it a Note Galaxy Note 10 or something? That phone was the worst piece of shit ever.
Really?
I ended up
get one.
Dude, I ended up paying, much like you, I paid for a year that I still had on it to move back to an iPhone because it was such a piece of garbage. It was terrible. I hated it.
I had like back in the day before, it was like the genesis of these smartphone kind of things, like the internet. I had I think it was called a Samsung Fascinate phone.
Okay.
And, it was like one of the first ones that they had out. And so it was kind of cool to see like a live background screen and all that kind of stuff. And I could download all the ringtones and stuff that I wanted for free. And it was cool. And then for whatever reason, I decided to switch to Apple, and then I haven't gone back since. And sometimes I miss the Samsung. I mean, Samsung, I got a lot more bang for my buck, I thought, as far as screens go, like background screens, and then as far as like ringtones, Apple just makes you. They charge you for everything.
Well, you can make your own ringtones.
I don't know how to do that. I'm not smart.
What do you mean you're not smart? You throw an MP3 in iTunes or whatever. Then you go to the file thing and you change it from MP3 to M4A or something, or M4R.
Okay.
You just change the thing on the end of it, and then it's a ringtone. And then it uploads.
Like 5 words that I had no idea what you said.
I can show you how to do it in 2 seconds. I used to sell ringtones.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I've done it. If it's digital, assume if it's digital and somebody made money off it, assume I did it.
OnlyFans?
Not OnlyFans, but I've done. I mean, I've got my locals page. I got my locals, which is sort of the same thing. I just don't twirl my dick around on it because no one wants to see that.
Somebody out there would want to see that. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Who's up for some fat burn victim porn?
I'm telling you right now, there's
I'm sure there would be.
There's stepsisters, there's stepbrother, all this stuff, step whatever. I'm sure there's a market out there for like fat amputee porn and burn guy porn.
I'm looking right now. I'm on X videos. Let's see. Let's go with fat.
I know there's amputee
porn. Fat amputee porn. Holy shit.
There's a lot of amputee porn.
Fat amputee porn on xvideos.com brought up 183,555 videos.
I am so missing out.
This
podcast is done today. So if you'd like to see more of me, check out X videos.
Holy cow. I'm looking at some of these fucking thumbnails. Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's try the other one. Fat burn victim porn. See if there's that.
All right. New content on Minds. MINDS.com will be amputee.
We could do that.
Guy burn porn. We're going to do burn fat and burn amputee or fat amputee guy.
Well, actually, fat burn victim porn brought up 184,673 videos.
You're telling me there's more burn victim porn than there is amputee porn?
No, there's a little less. You had 185.
I thought you said 183 for the amputees.
Oh, well, maybe I did. Let me see. Yeah, you're right. There is a few more.
So there's more burn victim porn than amputee porn.
I guess more people are getting burned than losing their legs.
All right. Well, obviously, we can't pull up a video, but you can see it described. Like, what exactly does amputee porn? I mean, like, I know what amputee porn is.
Let me see.
Burn victim porn. What does burn victim porn look like?
Just like any other. It's just a burn victim fucking something.
Well, I mean, is it very graphic as far as, are we talking like 5th degree, 4th degree burns?
Let me see here.
I'm talking about a guy that burned his hand on the stove and jerking off. What are you talking about?
See, I think this burn porn, now that I'm looking at it, is somewhat miscued because some of it is dripping burning candles on her and stuff like that.
Oh.
So it's just highlighting the burn. Her virgin asshole is burning for my fat dick. See, they're calling that as fat burn victim porn. That's not true.
Amputee is real porn.
Amputee is real amputee porn. Here's a guy with no legs banging a chick, and it's called Horny Shredded Amputee Knows How to Smash Some Pussy Hardcore.
All right, that's awful. That's just terrible, man. Why is that so graphic?
I don't think it's terrible at all. I think it's, it's a...
Look, it's art.
Not only is it art, it's employment.
Yes.
This guy could sit home and collect,
disability,
disability, but no.
No.
He had a good dick. He didn't lose it in whatever accident took his legs, and he's profiting.
See?
Good for him. I say that's the American spirit.
He's an entrepreneur.
That sounds like a Tim Walz campaign slogan there.
Freddy Krueger porn.
Yeah. That would be what burn vic porn would look like, I'd imagine. Doesn't look like there's a lot of true burn vics here. These fucking posers. But there you go. Yeah, anything you could think of is out here, I'm sure.
Scott, I'm going to beg you right now. Please, for the love of God, Scott, go buy your mom a new computer. We make no money on this show. Otherwise, I would just get her a new computer
or a tablet or something.
Yeah, not to look at porn, but so it doesn't freeze on her all the time.
Yeah, or a tablet, something.
So now, also, this was the Verizon people said to me yesterday. So now they apparently offer internet in my area.
Verizon, like the 5G box thing for your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, they said I could try it for like 30 days, and if it doesn't work for me, then I can return it, no questions asked, and I don't have to pay any money or anything like that. I don't know. I mean, have you heard any reviews on this?
Yeah, I've heard it's terrible.
Really?
Eric was using it for a while, and it disconnected every single show we did.
Really?
Yeah, it's awful.
I mean,
It's good for watching TV and surfing with your phone. That's it. It's not.
It wouldn't be good for what I do.
No. You got too many devices in your house. You got about 10 devices in your house at any given moment? 3 phones, at least 2 TVs, probably 3 TVs.
Yeah, I have about 8 devices.
Yeah, a couple of
10. I have like 3 Alexas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you add all that up, there's no bandwidth left. Those things suck. They're good for small households to watch TV. Little surfing of Facebook or whatever. That's it. It's not good for streaming.
Well, because that's it. I mean, you were saying you could get use the internet and get all the streaming channels. I said, well, I already have all the streaming channels, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You're not cutting back yet?
I can't think of one I don't have.
Amazon?
I have Prime.
Do you watch it?
Not as much as I should, but I get it because I have Prime for like my shopping and stuff.
Do you get your $15 a month for your shopping?
Oh yeah. All
right, as long as you get your money's worth.
Yeah, I mean, because it's nice having like no shipping and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's good. I mean,
yeah, I'm cutting back. I got rid of Prime because I have a business account with Prime, so keeping it was just to watch TV, and I definitely am not doing that. Prime doesn't have nothing on it until football season. Even then, it's crappy games. So,
and so also, if I got the internet though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They would offer me $400 towards whatever kind of appliances.
Oh, that'd be great.
Or I get NFL ticket for free.
Oh, wonderful. So you can watch a bunch of games that you wouldn't watch anyway. Fantastic. So,
yeah, that's probably I wouldn't watch.
Because I'm sure you're waiting for that big Cardinals-Rams game that you would get.
I would take the $400 towards appliance, so I can get myself like a new fridge or something like that.
Yeah, would you? Would you really use it?
Eventually, my fridge or something like that's going to die.
Yeah, but you only get so long to use it, and then
okay. Well, then I'd get the fridge and stick it in the garage until it dies, and I have a new fridge.
So ultimately, by getting that, you would spend $400 more that you don't have to spend now. You wouldn't save $400; you would spend $400 that you do not have to spend right now.
I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my Capital One card sitting over there on fire. I probably worked really hard. Like I worked really hard to get like my credit back in shape. Like I got like all these different credit cards. I got like 6 different cards. I didn't have one credit card at all when I went in the hospital. None, 0. And so I worked really hard to like get my bills down and like get myself a good credit score. I'm actually in the good to excellent range of credit.
Ooh.
And now after one trip to Verizon, it's lit on fire. And
it's 210 again.
I can't get credit for a pack of gum.
Sir, we're going to move you from the nice cars to this car lot across the street. See that car with the 1998s in the parking lot? That's your car lot, sir. Go over there.
The white wall tires and...
Who doesn't want a Yugo in 2024? It's a great ride.
All right, so I guess we're going to talk to Jon Drake here. Bloom Doggy.
Yeah.
So let's take a break before we start talking.
A break? What is that?
We're going to play a commercial so we can make some money.
All right. Let's do that. I'll play them.
All right.
So we'll play a couple commercials. We will come back with John to talk all about the Browns and LeBron. All that good stuff.
We'll see what kind of porn he likes.
I know what kind of porn he likes. Gay men.
Amen. There we go.
All right, hang tight, folks.
It's the album that changed everything. Metallica's Black Album. In Cause and Effect, Metallica, author Chris Aiken takes you back to the lead-up, the release, and the shockwaves that followed. Relive the moment that divided fans, reshaped heavy metal, and turned commercial radio on its ear. With insider stories and personal memories from rock critic and radio personality Chris Aiken, this book is a backstage pass to one of rock's most iconic moments. Get your copy now at chrisaiken.net or on Amazon. Don't miss out on this epic journey through heavy metal history.
There's plenty of places to experience the Seth Williams Show, but if you want all the content, you need to join us on Minds. Get all the live episodes of the show every Monday and Wednesday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Get the special bonus footage every Wednesday from 5:30 to 6 p.m. Get bonus content from Seth and Chris as it's produced. It's only $4.99 per month, so don't wait. Sign up today. Visit us at www.minds.com/Seth Williams Show.
Right back here on the Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken. On Wednesday's edition of Minds, we're going to be talking about how bad Dream Theater and Star Wars are. We're going to talk about people that get shitty Star Wars tattoos. We're going to talk about how Mark Hamill actually sucks cock. And we'll be talking about how Dream Theater can make a good song to save their lives. That's all coming up on Wednesday's edition. Right now, though, we're going to talk to our man, Bloom Doggy, Jon Drake.
Well, let's get him on.
Hello.
There he
is. Go Kamala! Go Kamala! Yay! Go lefties!
I'm assuming you're going to be joining us on Wednesday's edition for the big show.
No, I'll be in the chat heckling. I'm not putting up with that.
I don't think you'll be on Minds because you won't pay the money to come. You're like LeBron of people watching the show. You ain't going to spend the money to come watch us have extra content.
Oh, I can't wait to spend $5 to hear myself get derided for an hour and a half. That'd be good.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Well, John, are you planning to go to Philly to see Dream Theater's first show back in the States?
Has that been confirmed? I saw that as a rumor, and I'm trying to keep an eye on it.
I'll confirm it for you.
It was
I was talking to my wife yesterday, and she goes, and I said, "Do you like Dream Theater?" She goes, "I think they had a song that was okay." I was like, "So I could take that to no."
That would be Pull Me Under. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely going. I actually saw somebody on one of the Dream Theater like fan pages or something on Facebook the other day say that they ran into Portnoy at a show this weekend, and he said, "Yeah, the North American tour starts in February and it starts in Philly." I was like, "Sweet, I can drive. I don't got to spend airfare." So yes, I am going.
Well, I've heard that that's a true story. So,
well, there you go.
I honestly, I don't think I could name a song. I really don't. Do I know any Dream Theater? I don't know if I do.
Pull Me Under was the one that got him on the map because it actually kind of hit in 1992 for them. It was like the tail end of MTV, so that's kind of,
I might have heard that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you heard the song, you might recognize it. But other than that, I would say no. I would say
the problem even with that song though is it's 8 minutes long, so it didn't get much radio love because it's too long.
No, they got on the radio with it. It was just edited pretty heavily. Because of the length. Yeah, it's like, because of the length, they definitely had to make a lot of edits to it. But
before we get into the Browns, you will agree, though, that Mark Hamill is now a complete and total nut job loser, and it kind of taints the entire Star Wars trilogy that we loved in as children.
Absolutely not at all. I don't give a shit what he's doing politically. That guy is one of the nicest celebrities you will ever meet, and I support him. If he wants to be a political dickhead, go ahead. It's the same thing with Stephen King. That guy's way worse. You want to see somebody you really want to hate, go look at Stephen King's social media. That guy.
I will never watch another one of his movies, no doubt. But, so that's where I struggle, is that I can no longer be entertained by stuff in Hollywood because they all suck ass.
Seth's just watching the Left Behind series over and over again.
Yep.
Kirk Cameron, that's it. That's his one TV guy.
I talked to his mom the other day, so I'm excited about Kirk Cameron, yes. Other than that, no. Mark Hamill can choke on a lightsaber for all I care.
You got to let politics. Oh, fuck off, man.
All right. Han Solo kind of makes you sad. I really was a big fan, but
see?
Even he has kind of ruined the life for me. I love Indiana Jones and I love Star Wars, and I can't watch anything anymore. It's really sad.
Well, Jar Jar Binks has never turned on you politically. Maybe you
That
should
is
be a
true.
Jar Jar guy.
I
There you
love Jar
go.
Jar.
See, you just can't let politics ruin stuff that you enjoy. It's like, why? I mean, the stuff you like, you still like it. Just because you don't agree with them politically, who cares? You know.
If you're looking for a band, you can always go with the Cantina Band. They've never done anything politically wrong.
Figuring down and the modal nodes. Yes.
Of course you know that.
Oh,
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Before we get into the Browns, though, how about the LeBron news? Your
Shoving
man,
the
the
kid?
guy that you love, shoved a kid basically out of his way and told him, stop it. Push this poor little boy.
He had partying to do.
Yeah, he was busy. Get that little
Busy?
frog. Yeah, get that little frog out of the way. Move. LeBron has to go celebrate a gold medal.
So you like Dream Theater and you're racist. That's awful.
Frog.
Here we go.
Frog. Stop.
Don't do that.
Congratulations, LeBron.
Wow.
Champion!
I wish this kid would have just reached up and punched him in his stupid bearded face.
I do too. My thing with LeBron is that like he's amazing. He's like one of the two best players in NBA history.
That's not true, but go ahead.
Don't even get started. You don't even watch basketball, so shut up.
I've certainly watched more than you have. If you have that
Bullshit
take,
you have.
if you have
Bullshit
that take, you're crazy.
Oh, dude, you obviously have not. You
Okay,
obviously have not.
Michael Jordan, Kobe.
Not
There's
Kobe.
two already.
Kobe couldn't. Not Kobe. No way. That guy was nothing but. I can't say nothing but. He was an enormous goddamn ball hog. That guy was not known for passing. He was not
Didn't
known
need
to
to
be a
be.
complete player. Okay, but he's not
6
a complete
rings.
player like LeBron is.
6
He's
rings.
not a complete player like LeBron is. So
Not a complete
Magic
loser like
Johnson.
him either.
Kobe doesn't have 6 rings either, by the way. So
He's got-
get your facts
he's
right.
got 4, I think.
Yeah, see, I'm not listening to you. You don't watch basketball.
I don't
So
anymore. Not since this
You
cunt
didn't-
decided to run it. No, you're right.
You didn't before. Who are you kidding?
Are you
I'd
kidding?
put
I
Larry,
used to
I'd
love
put
it.
Larry Bird above LeBron.
Bird was damn good.
He's damn good, but he's not above LeBron. So
Oh yes, he is.
no,
LeBron
he's not.
couldn't play in yesterday's basketball to save his life, dude. The Pistons would bury that guy into the ground. Michael Jordan took so many hits to the head. I'm surprised they didn't have concussions all over that guy.
Okay,
LeBron wouldn't be able to drive down the middle like he back in the day, like he does now.
of course he could. He's way bigger than those guys. Everybody makes that argument. Oh, the bad boys would destroy LeBron.
Dennis Rodman would have kicked the shit out of him.
Okay, but LeBron would have gotten right back up. I mean, he has way more size than he's got more size than most people now. Much less back then when they were smaller and less muscular.
Okay,
And
but you
LeBron took longer to get up from cramps than Donald Trump did from being shot.
yes.
I don't care. I mean, dude, it's
You
it's
have
a
seen the
ridiculous
video.
argument.
You have seen the videos of LeBron being knocked over by wind, right? Like he literally.
Well, that's fine. He's well, the
somebody
guy.
just walked by him and he fell over. I mean, you do realize that actually happened.
The guy flops. I'm not going to deny that. But
That's a big part of his game. He flops and he travels.
Everybody travels anymore. I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, I can't even figure out what the hell a travel is anymore these days. I mean, you see it all the time. Although some of those videos of him taking like 5 steps and it not being called,
Those
is
are
pretty-
great.
Those are awesome. I'm like, yeah, that's a little egregious, but yeah, but the guy's a tool, you know. Habu is very, very wrong. He's very.
Yeah, I don't
very,
even
very
agree
wrong.
with that. Is he in the top 25? Yes.
Yeah.
Kareem,
Top 2.
Magic, Bird.
Yeah, I would probably put Magic above him, not Kareem.
Why would you? Put Magic above him?
Kareem played in a time when if you were 7 foot tall, you stood under the basket and threw it in.
Chamberlain.
Exactly.
Chamberlain, I would put above him. Oscar Robertson, I would put above him.
See, you guys don't know
Julius
what you're
Erving.
talking about. You guys don't know what you're talking. You're just listing off names of Hall of Famers because you don't like
They're
the guy.
better than LeBron.
No, they're not. See, that's the problem. It's the same thing with the goddamn politics with people like my cousin who say, I'm going to vote for anybody but Trump. It's like, no, use your goddamn head and do some research, learn some facts, and study the shit, and then spout off.
Okay, look.
How is LeBron better than Magic?
What would Magic have won without James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all those guys? Look at his supporting cast.
As opposed to this guy that bounced teams to win championships.
He made super teams to surround himself with.
Okay. He got the Cavs.
So that's a draw at best. That's a draw at best. At best, that's a draw. How can you disagree?
Because the Lakers teams were more stacked than the Cavs team that won the title. Super team.
Because what? Kyrie Irving's not a top 25 player?
Kyrie
Irving's not as good as James Worthy?
Listen to what I just said. I said the super teams of LeBron are top heavy. The Lakers teams, and I'll if you want to bring up Larry Bird, like those championship teams too, they were complete throughout the roster. The bench guys on those teams would destroy the bench guys on any of LeBron's championship teams.
Well, that's because they had to pay LeBron all the money to not. That's why you ended up with scrubs.
You can't make an okay. So what you're saying is I'm right. What you're saying is I'm right. That's fine.
You're right.
No.
I'm not saying you're right at all.
You just did. You just did. So that's fine. I win again on the Seth Williams Show. Why do you even talk sports on this show? You guys are a couple of knuckleheads, really.
LeBron surrounds himself with guys that are superstars, and you're saying he's okay. Forget it. I mean, who did Michael surround himself with as a superstar?
That's why I said he's one of the two. I mean, he had Scottie Pippen, but I mean, you're not going to put. I mean, dude, Jordan, I would have to say is the best. I mean, I would love to say LeBron because he's our hometown guy, but I mean, come on, it's. I don't think you can compare it. I don't think you can compare it.
I know who isn't the best. Deshaun Watson.
Did you say is or is not the best?
Is not the best. Is absolutely nowhere near, not even close to the best. Which is why we have you on today, because I wanted to talk a little bit about the Browns, and we got to talk about that stadium issue a little bit too, because we don't know what's going on with that now. Because I've heard some rumblings that Brook Park is kind of stalemating that a little bit.
Well, wouldn't surprise. I don't know why they would. I mean, Brook Park is a crap hole, and if you put a stadium there, you have to build up the area around it. Sorry.
Why would you call Brook Park a crap hole? Have you been to Brook Park lately?
Yes, I have. It's not a great. It's like it's run down, dude.
Former home of the Lido Lounge. Thank you.
No, that's on West 117th.
Oh, is that not Brook Park?
Illusions is Brook Park.
Pinkies.
Pinkies was definitely Brook Park.
Juicy Lucy's used to be down there.
Fox's Den. Believe me, I've been to all.
You drove by them, Seth. You've never been to them, but you drove by them.
Yes, on my way to the airport. I drove by the.
Yep. Yeah, I just that whole stadium thing is interesting because I don't see how it's not going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
That's what I think too. I mean, 460.
What?
Go ahead.
You seem to me to be the kind of guy that would like to have the stadium stay where it is, though, downtown Cleveland. And
oh yeah, I would definitely prefer that. I mean, the dome is going to price me out of my season tickets for sure. I mean, it's getting borderline as it is, and I like the cold weather advantage in the shit months. Okay,
wait. I heard somebody talk about that the other day, and I kind of agree with the shit radio hosts that we have here in town. That's not an advantage. There is no cold weather advantage. Most of these guys don't come from cold weather colleges. It's not like we draft specifically
but
from
they
cold
do practice
weather.
all weekend.
They practice all week indoors. Are you kidding me?
No, they
Those
don't.
guys aren't out on the field and get the hell out of here. They're not. They're inside in Berea. They have a huge dome inside Berea there where they practice. They don't practice out in the snow. There's no other advantage for cold for any of these guys. Everybody has the same disadvantage playing in snow and cold when it comes to the winter months here in Cleveland. It doesn't matter whether you play for the Dolphins or the Browns. It doesn't matter.
That's
totally sitting outside.
No, that's I will disagree. Look at Lambeau Field. Why do you think people always talk about Lambeau Field and the advantage of it sucks having to go into Lambeau Field in December and January because of that. It's a bitch. I mean, you get a team like Miami.
All the players.
Okay, but when you live in this climate and you're acclimated to it, it doesn't affect you like it does people like in Miami.
You think that the majority of these players say, I'm going to live the entire year in Cleveland, fucking Ohio. They don't. And on top of that, they don't sit there out and when it's 30 degrees outside or 20 or 10 below, they're not sitting outside in Berea on the field out there playing on concrete grass. They're not going to do that kind of thing. They're playing inside.
All right, well then explain the Lambeau Field thing then. Why has everybody historically said Lambeau Field?
Why? Because it's cool to say, oh, it's such an advantage to go disadvantage to go to Lambeau Field. That's what they've been saying since it was built.
Why did they say that about Arrowhead Stadium with the Chiefs and stuff? They've said that for years. That playing there in winter is an ass ache. It's an advantage, dude. These warm weather dome teams, they don't get exposed to that at all. So it can be a shock to the system if it's really goddamn cold.
I don't think John's wrong, but I think ultimately it's really about the fans. If you're in a dome stadium and the fans are making 9 million decibels of noise, that's worth way more than a cold day. It's all about the adrenaline pump. And the adrenaline pump will come indoors. I mean, look, the Brown Stadium is loud. I've been to other stadiums, and the Brown Stadium is super, super loud. Put a roof over that to where it echoes all over the place. Jesus, it is going to be seriously loud.
And on top of
that will even out the advantage loss of a cold day.
I would agree with that.
If you get a dome stadium in this town, you're going to get all kind of different events. You're going to get your WrestleMania for 2 nights. You're going to get the Super Bowl. You're going to get a Final Four. You're going to get concerts that we don't get here anymore. You're going to get the Taylor Swifts of the world coming to town. It may not excite you, but there's going to be 100,000 people there, no doubt. I mean, it would do wonders for the economy, and it would help Cleveland's economy, even downtown. When people go to events like that, they go downtown to the bars and everything else. I mean, I think it would enhance the entire area to have something that major here.
Yeah,
and because we're Cleveland snobs, we can't have our stadium. Look, I wish they would bring back the Richfield Coliseum. That was better than going downtown to the Rocket Mortgage, whatever it is. I loved it out there. That place is great to go see the Cavs and everything else.
I mean, I'm not against it. Believe me, I like sitting in the dog pound. So it's like it's one of those. For me, it's one of those deals where it's like it's nostalgia. Like I grew up in Old Muni. You know, I've been a season ticket holder for years at this stadium. Like, you know, so you know, I like it from that perspective. I'm not against the dome. I agree with you. I think it would be a huge boon to the economy. I think, like, you know, for exactly why you said, you know, all these different events that you can get. And I think, you know, one thing that isn't mentioned enough is, you know, I've seen some people saying, well, how do you know you're going to get those events? Well, you know, the city of Cleveland represented itself extremely well. You know, you guys talked about with SummerSlam recently, but, you know, the Republican National Convention and all kinds of other big things that, you know, were done here, you know, the All-Star games and stuff. And people said, man, Cleveland really showed up. So we've got a good reputation for hosting those sorts of events. So if you then have a world-class facility to do it in, I mean, you're already out of the starting gate already on that one because people know that you can handle it.
I mean, the video that I saw looks absolutely amazing. I mean, it looks like
I completely agree.
I mean, I think it would really do wonders for this town to have something that huge and that amazing.
Well, one of the things that nobody's really talking about, or at least we're not talking about it, and something we should do. You just named off all the things that we've done. Well, we're kind of capped out now for at least another decade because those things don't come every year or 2 years or whatever. They come every 10 to 15 to 20 years. And we've done them in our biggest facilities. So you're not going to get another SummerSlam. I mean, what was the SummerSlam before this one? Was that the one where The Undertaker debuted? Was that SummerSlam? Or was that Royal Rumble? I don't remember which, but
Survivor Series.
But that's the last big wrestling thing we had, wasn't it? Of a major.
Of the major ones, yeah. I think we had.
So that was 30 years.
Didn't we have like the Royal Rumble or Survivor Series or something? But yeah, even that was like, I went to it and it was, God,
20 years anyway.
Yeah, I was still with my ex-fiance, which was, you know, we broke up.
We've had we've had 2 All-Star games in 40 years. Mm-hmm. 2 baseball ones. We had 1 NBA one in the last 40 years.
Yeah.
We've never had a Super Bowl. We've barely had playoff games, but that's a whole different talk.
Look, what this city needs to do is wise up a little bit. If they would do the right things, like, again, put the dome out there in Brook Park, then when you tear down that ridiculous monstrosity called Brown Stadium now, and I mean, it looks like a piece of shit. It's just a cookie cutter stadium. It doesn't do anything for me. Tear it down. And then you start building that lakefront up, and you start putting hotels down there. You put the casino down there. You do all kind of great things to make the lakefront huge. and bring in more, again, hotels and restaurants and bars to that lakefront. And then you have a destination point. Then when people go to the Dome, then they're going to travel downtown to see all the cool shit you have down there. But Cleveland does everything stupid. We have a mayor that's more worried about upgrading the parking meters to use a credit card than he does worrying about the lakefront. You got to start taking care of some of this other stuff. And the Dome is a great idea there.
Well, when they tear down the old stadium, could they have a little bit of an oopsie and knock down the Rock Hall with it, please?
Right. Yeah. You mean the music Hall of Fame?
Music Hall of Fame, thank you. I thought that the Dome was actually going to be inspired by the look of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because it's kind of got that glass.
Well, it's got that, yeah, kind of like
thing, and
I agree with you. It does look kind of like that.
I mean, I think it looks cool. I don't think the Rock Hall does.
Well, maybe they could get I.M. Pei's grandkids to come over and fuck it up.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you, Seth. Like, I mean, I don't have a preference either way. I mean, I like my only problem, again, as I said, is that if we get a Dome, it's almost certainly pricing me out of being able to retain my season tickets, which is
what do you pay now for season tickets? Just out of curiosity.
So I'm trying to think. It's something like probably like $3,600 a year or something for the season.
Ooh.
And they have what's called like dynamic pricing, and so different games cost different amounts of money. Like the Cowboys game is a little over $500 for the pair, but then something like the Chargers game is like $248 for the pair. So it kind of varies. But I mean, and this year was a 30% hike. They hiked us 30% this year. It was, and we were like, whoa, yeah.
I bought season tickets years ago.
Hold on, Seth.
Yeah.
Will you keep your tickets but move to a shittier place in the stadium if it's in the new place? Will you sit in section 585 or whatever?
No. I mean, right. I think that will price us out as well, because my cousin, when Jerry World opened down there in Dallas, he was living down there, and the ticket prices there are just absolutely astronomical, even for nosebleeds. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, I probably wouldn't be able to afford those, and maybe this is like me being a snob a little bit, but I mean, I've been sitting 12 rows off the field for the last God knows how many years. And the other problem is like when you scream and yell and do all that stuff like you do in the dog pound, there are people in the other sections that will tell you to shut up, sit down, and all this stuff. I mean, I've almost been kicked out of club seats before because I told someone to fuck off because we're in the middle of a game. Oh, dude, I was like standing up and cheering, and they're like, sit down, shut up. And finally, after like 3 of those, I turned around and told them to go fuck themselves. I was like, no, you want to sit on your ass and do that? Go home.
Stay home.
Yeah, eat my ass, dude. Like I spent a lot of money on these good tickets. Like, piss off. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. Dude is threatening to call security and everything. I'm like, go ahead. All I'm doing is cheering, you dick.
I bought season tickets maybe 15, 16 years ago, and I paid $1,700 for the pair for each. I mean, total, and that wasn't. It was a lot of money back then for season tickets. I can't imagine paying that kind of money, man. Especially for a shitty product.
Well, I mean, ours started out, I think, at $2,100 or $2,200, if that. I mean, it was, the tickets.
And you've had them how long?
Ooh,
since they came back?
Not since they came back, but I've been sitting in those seats for 12, 13 seasons or something like that. Yeah, I mean, but they for so many years didn't go up at all. I mean, and we're in the dog pound, so we're in 119. We're, like I said, 12 rows off the field, in that end zone, and they were the same price as stuff in like the high 500 nosebleeds. I mean, you would think that close to the field that they would be like real pricey, but they weren't, and they still aren't compared.
I'll tell you what,
other spots in the stadium.
I would pay that kind of money if I got a Deshaun Watson after every game. If I got a handy from some massage girl at the end of every game, I would pay that kind of money. Otherwise, I ain't paying shit for that.
I'm sure you can find a guy to take care of you.
Maybe Deshaun would take care of me.
Might.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about the actual Browns. And what do you think? I mean, I watched the preseason game the other day on Saturday, and so now I'm pretty confident in my prediction for the Browns because they look fantastic. I mean, they look really, really good. The other day, Jameis Winston was on fire. God knows he can sling it all over the field. running backs, I think, in first quarter had a total of 6 yards. So I think we're looking pretty good. I think our backup center already broke his ankle, so we had to go get some third string guys. And we traded away. We got back because he sucked so bad. We traded him away, but now we brought him back to be our backup center. So I think this team is off to a great start, and I think it's going to be one hell of a year there for you, John. You're going to have money well spent.
I'm glad that within the first few sentences of your Browns opinion for this season, you were wrong already. So just keeping your streak alive from last year, it's like it's good to like the Browns, extending Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry for continuity. Like you have continuity too because you start out wrong right out of the rip.
What is that? What am I wrong about?
Nick Harris was our backup center, and he left in free agency in March, and so we did not trade him away and then trade to get him back.
Well, I mean, it wasn't good enough to keep here, was he?
He wanted more money than we wanted to pay him.
And it was so great that Seattle decided to send him back here for a sixth-round pick. Oh, by the way.
And again, he's
the
wrong.
Backup center.
It's a sixth rounder and a seventh rounder. Keep going, Seth. Keep going. I can just.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how you can evaluate the team when you didn't see a starter within a mile of the field.
Well, because Chris, it's always a good idea to base your season predictions on your second and third stringers,
on guys that'll be working at the airport in a month.
Yeah, against a playoff team's starters. That's always a good barometer.
Yeah, I saw, what's his name? Jordan Love throw like a 90-yard pass to start the game.
Yeah, against a fifth string quarterback.
Okay, fifth string. Let me tell you when the fifth string guys that you saw on Saturday are going to be playing. Week 3, when everybody goes down in the first 2 games, and we're all injured.
Last year. Didn't happen last
year. We're not going to have a run. I mean, look at Nick Chubb. We're not going to have a running back after week 2. So I'm not worried about my predictions. My predictions are going to be spot on this year. So
you were
just like last year.
I was going to say, if I was you, I'd be damn worried about your pick, dude. That got you eating asparagus, my friend.
What we saw on Saturday was just what we're going to see in week 4 of this upcoming regular season, because that's who's going to be playing. Jameis Winston's going to be playing. Here's my prediction for week 1. Week 1 of the regular season. Deshaun Watson runs out onto the field for the first series. He trips on a yard marker and breaks his other shoulder.
He's not Aaron Rodgers now. No. Stop it.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers got through one play. Deshaun ain't going to make it through a play. He's going to be jogging out to the field and break something.
You know who else did that once? Tom Brady.
Yep.
Oh, are you now comparing Massage Watson to Tom Brady?
I am.
Oh, my dear God. You're starting to sound like John.
I just can't believe you don't think that you were mentioning week 4. You don't think Jameis Winston could beat the Las Vegas Raiders?
I think Jameis Winston's going to be too busy trying to steal lobster from Lake Erie to play football for this team.
Well,
see, there goes again. It was crab legs. Crab legs.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't know anything. Let me ask my question. Are you guys going to bet?
It's wrong.
Are you guys going to bet something?
I'm ready to bet. Absolutely, I'm ready to bet.
I'm going to jump out of this while you guys keep talking because I'm going to get something. And then we'll see if you guys are really men of your word.
Are you going to tell us what we're going to bet?
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Hang tight, and I'll be right back.
I mean, I'll be happy.
Boy.
I guess we should wait to give our predictions till he comes back.
I already know my prediction. I'm waffling. But I want to say 10 wins. Part of me thinks it could be 9. Part of me thinks it could be 9.
I've known you for not very long, but I have grown very fond of you, and I think you're a fantastic guy. And I think now you are probably one of the funniest people that I've met, though. I mean, you really are, especially when you say 10 wins.
Well, dude, look, they won 11 last year.
First time I met you, we went to a comedy show together, and I thought the comedian was pretty good. But now I realize that he is nothing compared to you with your predictions.
I was right last year, wasn't I?
So what are the predictions here?
All right, hang on. Loser starts an OnlyFans page.
Oh, God.
All right. He said 10, but he's hedging 9. Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I keep waffling between 9 and 10.
And what's your prediction, Seth?
4.
4?
4. We don't have Joe Flacco.
How confident start with Seth. How confident are you of your prediction?
Well, if he's going to hedge, I'm going to say 4 to 5. 5 is going to be the top.
You got to pick a number, 4 or 5. It's not a betting line. Pick your number. 5?
4. I'm saying 4.
4. And you're saying how many, John?
I will. Oh, I hate doing this, but I'm going to say 10.
See, that's just crazy. You should have said 5 because if you.
Well,
hey, look, no, we're being realistic here.
No,
and
but
the closest wins.
no, but as soon as they get over 4 wins, Seth loses. I mean, that 5th win.
Not if you pick 10. Not if you pick 10, because
But
if they
no,
win
we
7,
would-
you both lose.
If they win 5, I'm closer to winning. I win, then you lose.
So
It's
it's
gotta be
4 and
closer
10.
to you. 4 and 10.
Okay. Here's the bet. I was sent these the other day.
Oh, shit.
These are dried crickets, ready for consumption.
Ugh.
And
The loser eats a box that has about 20 dried crickets in it.
wait a second. Those things are going to be like stale as fuck.
I'm
too.
not gonna. It won't be these. I'll get you a fresh
Are
batch.
you really, Seth? Are you really questioning the quality of dried bugs? Like, oh, they might be stale.
Oh, well,
How the
I
fuck
prefer,
would we know?
I prefer a fresh batch.
I'll get you a fresh batch. I'll get you a fresh box of Hell, I'll get you live crickets if that's what you really want. They'll be real
Yeah.
fresh.
Off with that.
I think the bet should be 2 boxes.
Well, these come in. These are sour cream and onion. These ones are bacon and cheese. And these ones are salt and vinegar. So why don't we just go 3 boxes for the loser? 1 of each flavor.
Can we do 2? I can't eat onions.
Why can't
All
you
right,
eat
that's
onions?
fair.
Why?
Because it tastes like asparagus.
Can't you eat onions?
I can't eat onions and mayonnaise. It's 2 things that they just
Wait a second.
completely destroy my system.
But you're not allergic to it or anything.
Well, get your prediction right and you won't have a problem.
I know.
I had to eat asparagus. I'm completely allergic to asparagus.
you're
You're not allergic to asparagus.
I broke out like hives after that show was over.
Yeah, from nerves.
Exactly. From being incorrect wildly all season long.
So you guys think you could stick one of these in your mouth here?
That's what she
I
said.
don't at all.
Chew
I
it
wasn't-
up. Chew it up. Crunch, crunch.
I just want to do 1 box personally.
Nope,
That's
2
horrific.
boxes. 2 boxes.
I'll do
And
1
you
box.
can't eat them one at a time. You have to dump a whole thing of these in your mouth at once and chew them. You
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
chew them.
I think 2 boxes. I think 1 at a time might be worse though.
Shut up, Seth. What is wrong with you?
All I care about is that you're chewing them and there's wings and shit going into your teeth
And
and
no water.
cricket legs and...
No water.
Look, D's Nut says I won't try one. Of course I'll try one. See, you take it and you eat that motherfucker. That shit doesn't bother me.
2 boxes, no water.
2 boxes, no water. I like it.
Are they dry?
Yeah.
They're awful. Ugh. It tastes like a stringy rice cake because it's got all the dried out guts and everything in it.
Oh, God. How the shit did I get roped into this, man?
Well, you guys are so confident in your bets.
All right, good question.
I'm
Brian.
not like him. I'm realistic.
No, you cannot use ranch. Nothing.
No ranch for dipping.
I'm doing you both a favor by letting you have flavored ones. I could go get them from a bait shop.
Fuck that all the way.
I'm with John on that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do 2 boxes, no water.
2 boxes, no water if the Browns win 5 games.
Yeah.
That's your bet.
No, he said 4.
Well, 4 is good. But if they win their 5th, then Seth's eating.
Oh, wait a second. So if they win 9, does he have to eat 2? Do we both have to eat?
Yeah. I like this bet. You both potentially could be sitting
All right.
here eating.
That's fair. That's
That
fair.
seems fair to me as
Because
well.
if they don't win 10, then he's got to eat.
I think that's fair.
All right, I'm in.
Can I change mine to 9?
No.
No, it's
That
too
is
late
my
now.
You
I'm
said-
going 9.
You said 10. You said 10. All right,
It's
Judge.
10. Giannis, 10.
I'm changing mine to 5. If you change his, I'm changing mine.
No, you might as well both change to 8 then, so nobody wins or loses. Jesus Christ.
I'll stick with 10.
I'll stick with 4.
I will show belief in my brownies. Let's go.
I'm going to stick with 4 because I don't think that they don't.
Seth, you might as well start eating them now.
No,
4?
Well, listen to my reasoning at least. Deshaun Watson is a terrible quarterback, and we don't have really a good backup quarterback. Jameis Winston is not a good backup.
You have a Pro Bowler as the backup quarterback.
He's no good. Jameis Winston.
He's no good. He was in the Pro Bowl last year or the year before?
He doesn't even listen to his coaches. He's terrible. He's uncoachable. Terrible. We have a wide receiver
a year ago.
We have a wide receiver in Amari Cooper who's not happy being here now. So he's not gonna have a great season. The offensive line is already falling apart. We have a running back, Hall of Fame running back, in my opinion, who ain't gonna play this year because he's gonna get hurt again. And I think the defense last year was completely overrated, and if they're gonna be overrated again this year.
And they had the exact same functions that you're saying right now, Seth, and won 11 games.
4. They had Joe Flacco last year.
Huntley is better than Joe Flacco.
Huntley is not better than Joe Flacco.
Huntley was a Pro Bowler last year, or the year before.
Get the hell out of here. That guy.
He was.
He's a bum.
He was a Pro Bowler.
You can call whoever a Pro Bowler. I was a Pro Bowler one year in my life. He's a bum.
That's not in pot smoking here, Seth. It's in football.
Pro Bowler. Nice.
Jameis underrated. Get the fuck out of here. That guy's
I'm not saying Jameis. I don't even think Jameis. I think if it comes down to Jameis or Huntley, Huntley will end up as the quarterback.
No, it's gonna be. It'll
Jameis start as Jameis, but Jameis will throw 400 picks and they'll switch out to Huntley.
Well, Joe Flacco threw 100 picks and they didn't
have anybody to switch to.
They
almost went to the
Dorian Thompson Robinson or whatever his name is. Come on.
That guy's a bum too.
And they went to him. And they went to the guy from the XFL and still won 11 games, Seth.
Yep. And look at it this way. With Joe Flacco, he went 4-1 down the stretch or 5-1, whatever the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what Jameis Winston did when he was a 6-game starter for the New Orleans Saints the last time? 5-1. Exactly the same.
What happened
on a much lesser team?
Okay, what happened to him? Well, he's overrated.
Okay. He throws a lot of picks. I'll give you that.
4 games.
I'll give you that, but
4 games.
That defense is not going to be what they say they're going to be. They're just not going to be a good team.
Look, you've got the Giants on the schedule, the Commanders, you've got the Chargers, Saints. Commanders aren't going to be good. The Broncos. It's a tough schedule. I'm not going to deny it, but we do.
The Broncos should be. Well, let's just go through the schedule. You guys you're already locked in on your games, 4 and 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the schedule. When is the schedule? The 8th. The Dallas first game, right?
Yeah,
September 8th. Yeah.
So Dallas Browns.
Loss.
That's a toss.
I think I think the Browns are going to win.
I think. Where's that one at? That's in Cleveland, right?
That's at home.
Loss.
See, now here's the thing, Chris. This is the thing about the schedule this year. Everyone's talking. I mean, we do have I think what is it, the toughest schedule in the league or something like that, or second toughest. But the thing of it is that the way that they laid it out, like all of the unbelievable bastard games that we have, like the Chiefs and the Cowboys and all that kind of stuff, like they're all at home outside of one. The only game that you would look at that really scares you team-wise is Philadelphia. And that's the only one that's on the road. So your home schedule is where all the tough teams come, and we only lost 1 home game last year.
Cowboys, Browns, loss.
Win.
You're saying win?
Browns, Jags.
Win.
It's in Jacksonville. Loss.
Win. Giants, Browns in Cleveland.
Win.
That's a win.
Raiders, Browns in L.A. or wherever they play now, Vegas.
I'm going to go win on that one. There's 2 for me.
Browns, Commanders in Washington.
Loss.
Win.
Loss. Eagles, Browns in Philly.
I'll give him a loss there.
Easy loss.
Bengals, Browns at home.
Win.
Loss.
So he doesn't.
Joe Burrow's going to light him up.
Yeah,
when does that happen?
Last year, like he did last year.
He's beat us once, maybe twice. He's literally beat us maybe twice.
He was hurt last year.
All right.
Browns, Ravens at home.
Loss.
I think I think they're going to split with the Bengals and the Ravens. So I'll just say that they'll lose on the road and win at home.
That's on my birthday. If anybody wants to buy me a ticket, because I'm way too cheap.
You can come out with us, or you can go with Steph. I'll give you my ticket.
All right.
You have to walk though. A lot of walking.
That's all right. Steph can drag me. I've dragged her in and out of places before. It's her fucking turn.
Right.
Chargers Browns at Cleveland.
I want to say that's a win, but I mean Harbaugh is a damn good pro coach. I thought so. That it depends. I mean, and the Chargers, Justin Herbert. Well, but I mean, Seth, to your point. I mean, Justin Herbert traditionally has kicked the shit out of us, so that one kind of scares me. Yep. I'll say home loss.
Saints Browns at Saints.
Win. They suck.
I'll go win on that. That's 3. That's my 3 wins. I got one more to.
You got one more to burn. Browns Steelers at home.
Win.
Loss.
Broncos Browns at home.
Win.
Loss.
Or at Broncos. I'm sorry. At Broncos.
They can't breathe in that air. Bo Nix is going to be the best quarterback in the league this year.
Bo Nix is going to be better than Patrick Mahomes.
He's going to be the best quarterback in the league this year.
Bo Nix.
Mark my words. Loss.
Marking him is wrong.
Loss.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey. He's going to be eating crickets, not me.
Brown Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Loss.
I'm going to say win.
All right. Chiefs Browns at Cleveland.
I would love to say that the Browns about it, but it's Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs.
And in December.
Loss.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to find my 4th win.
Browns Bengals in Cincy.
I'll say split. I'll give Cincinnati that one.
It's an 8-15 game. We never are very good on prime time. Loss.
Browns Dolphins at Browns. Another late game.
That one, that's a tough one.
I'm going to go win on that one because I'm going to go with your, it's cold outside, so the Dolphins aren't going to know what the hell they're doing. They're going to get lost on the field because it's snowing. So I'm going to go win for the Browns on that one. That would be my 4th win.
I don't have to take this guff from somebody who just said Bo Nix is going to be the best quarterback in the NFL.
And then last but not least, Browns Ravens in Baltimore.
Loss.
I hate to say it, but yeah, I think that's going to be a loss.
I got to say, I did not hear 10 out of you, John.
Hey,
it was more. I think I have like 11. I think I've got him at 11-6 based on this, or 12-5. I mean, but see, here's the thing about the Baltimore game, though. If Baltimore is like a world beater, like they have been, that could be one of those games where they bench everybody.
That's true.
And if we're still playing for something, I mean so there's a caveat there, but I would say that's a loss. M&T Bank is a bitch to play at, and the Ravens are, as much as it pains me to say, they're a really, really good team.
Well, I'm now excited for the season. Now that you guys, one of you is going to be eating crickets.
Could be both of us, man.
Could be both.
You never know. Like I said, I would not be surprised with a 9-win season.
God damn it, I'm hoping for a 9-win season now.
Hey, dude, it's like the thing for me is the one thing that scares me is the offensive line. I think losing Bill Callahan was just enormous. That really worries me. And we still have injuries to, Conklin's still injured and Jed Wills. Dude. Okay, here's something. I bet that guy runs out of the tunnel and starts game 1.
Think
everything that they're saying, he's cutting, he's doing everything. He's just not in practice taking contact. And they have not put him on, what is it, the
IR pup
list?
Or whatever.
Yeah, so they basically have it to where I think it is the pup list where they can activate him anytime in the first 4 weeks of the season. So they have not ruled out, Chubb being back for game 1. And the guy is super.
Seth. Well, the bet is in.
Bet is in.
You boys are eating crickets. One of you or both of you.
See, it's gonna be better if I have to do it because I have an ungodly gag reflex if something tastes gross to me.
And that's just from cock.
I was gonna do that.
Sure, but I can't swear. But yeah, so I mean I may throw up all over my goddamn computer from
even better.
Oh,
even better.
Come on, Browns, don't let me down this year. Well, John, I can't thank you enough for coming.
This is now. Wait a minute before we go. Yeah. I know Greg's waiting in the wings, but this is an interesting from Habu. If you both lose, I should provide live crickets.
I will not go along with that.
Ranch would be optional.
Like I can't do that because I can't have like a cricket escaping and then I'm fucked. No.
All right. How about the dried crickets but 2 live worms?
Absolutely not. No fucking way.
Are good enough.
Yeah, that's already nasty enough, dude. No way am I eating live bugs.
We got to take it up from asparagus. Come on, that was easy.
What, bugs isn't a step up?
I said it is.
That's a pretty good one. That's okay. It's all right.
Jeez, oh man. Yeah, the bet is in. We're not changing this. We're not eating live bugs. We're not,
All right.
That gnarly shit. Yes.
All right. Well, there it is, folks. Keep track. Yep. It's 4 wins for Seth. If they get 5, Seth's eating bugs. If they get under 10, John is eating bugs.
What if you get 11?
Then you're eating bugs.
He's eating bugs.
No, if they get 11, he wins.
He said 10.
If
it's not an exact,
right on the head.
It's a. If the Browns win 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, you do not have to eat bugs. If the Browns win 10, 11, 12, etc., then John doesn't have to eat bugs.
Yeah, if the Browns hit double-digit wins, I'm not eating bugs. If
the
Browns win 4 or less, you are not eating bugs.
That's right. But if the Browns win 6, it's cricket time, Seth.
Yep. You know what I would love? You know what I would love, Aiken, is if the Browns come out and they what if they run the table on their first 5? So literally by the 5th game of 17, we already know that Seth is completely fucked.
No, I'd almost rather see him win 4 games up till the last game and have Seth absolutely sweating it on that last game. And we would definitely, if that is indeed the case, we will broadcast live while we watch that game.
I was just about to say live watch along.
Absolutely correct.
I don't care as long as he has to eat bugs too.
All right,
I'm down.
All right, man.
Well, thank you, Jan. We appreciate it, my friend.
Appreciate you guys. Great to be on, man. Thank you.
We'll talk to you later.
Take care, man. See ya.
The great Bloom Doggy, Jon Drake.
There we go.
And I guess we should go straight to our next guest.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because we're running low on time here. And let's welcome from 95.5 The Fish, Mr. Greg Mack. How are you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, I don't watch football, but I do know that Klaus Schwab and George Soros, they love this bet. They want all of us to eat bugs. So,
well, they sell them in the stores, Greg. I was showing them. Let me use one that won't green screen out. But here's the crickets box. They sell them.
Nice.
They sell them in a box, flavored. So
that's from B.A. Sweetie, isn't it?
Yes. I'm not sure where this came from. Somebody sent it to me, but
yeah, you can buy those at B.A. Sweetie.
Ugh, yuck. They're hideous.
I bet that the Browns are going to win 4 games, and John said 10. So I have to see at the end of the year what's going on here, whether I'm eating bugs or not.
You know what? I don't follow the Browns, but I do know enough that you have a better shot of winning that bet than he does.
Thank you.
You think they're going to win 5 or less?
I think. Well, considering their track record,
yes, thank you.
They won 11 games last year.
They did, but
sheer luck.
Different.
Again, I don't follow football like you guys do, so.
We'll see. I can't wait to see. Now it's worth watching.
So, Greg, you have a new thing. First of all, how was your ride to Cincinnati?
Oh, man, it was fantastic. Although this was the first year that I really started to feel my age. It was definitely the toughest ride ever. I can feel the changes in my body. So I think I'm good for about 5 more of these rides, and then I'm going to have to go on the other side and be a volunteer or something.
Oh, God. Yeah. I'm just thinking about what you did. I get tired.
You know what? It was a great ride. We had good weather except for the first day. I was about 10 miles away from the finish line outside of Worcester. There was a storm coming. I could see it in the cornfields. And I was like, okay, last rest stop is coming up. Should I stop and take cover? My dumb ass said, no, I'm going to try and outrun the storm. About 2 miles from the finish line, all hell broke loose. Downpour. I mean, almost as bad as last Tuesday's storm.
Wow.
I was going to say, speaking of storms, you live in that area where the tornado was, right?
Yeah. We lost. I got to see. Oh, yeah. That reminds me. For the first time in my entire life, I was in not one, not two, but 3 tornadoes in 1 week.
Wow.
We watched a couple of twin tornadoes come down out of the sky when we were in Florida last week. Well, now it's the week before last. And then this on Tuesday.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Do you have power back and everything's good now?
Power came back on Saturday night. So,
long time.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Good luck with those electric cars out there, people. We can't get power to come back on for 5 days after a 10-minute storm blew through.
That's the point of the electric cars, my friends.
Yep.
That's the whole point.
Yep. Just locks you in place.
So what do you got going on now?
So I was notified by Twitch this week that I was approved for an affiliate DJ channel, which means that I could possibly get paid to DJ on Twitch.
Okay.
Unlike YouTube and the Twitch gamer channel, I get an even smaller slice of the pie because they got to pay music royalties in there. But Twitch is going to subsidize our Twitch channels till the end of the year, which means I can offer it up for free till the end of the year, and then I got to put it all behind a paywall at the end of the year. So I figure this is my opportunity to get as many people to follow the channel as possible. And then hopefully, 1 out of every 20 people will decide to subscribe for $5 a month.
So how does that work? Is it like you get to pick whatever songs you want? I mean, there are certain list of songs that are like you can't play no matter what. I mean, how does that work?
And they haven't given us really a list. Apparently there's a small list of songs, but they've worked with all the major labels and the publishers. So I did a test run last night. I didn't get dinged at all.
Okay.
So hopefully it works out and I don't get dinged for playing something copyrighted. But what I'm doing is a video DJ mix show, not just a regular mix show. So it'll be music videos. You can either watch it, you put it on in the background, listen to it. If you're in your car, you can put Twitch into audio mode. That way you're not buffering as you're driving down the road, and you can listen through your car stereo.
Now, give us some of the details: days, hours, times.
Yeah, so right now, I'm starting out at 3 days a week. Doing one tonight. I'm doing one. I should have brought the schedule up. I believe I'm doing one tomorrow and Thursday. Tonight is all totally 80s. Tomorrow is going to be 70s, 80s, and 90s. And no. Tomorrow is groovy 70s, and then Thursday is going to be DJ's choice. So it could be a rock show, it could be a country show, it could be whatever, techno, house, whatever I decide to throw down.
Okay.
And of course, we'll get listener input or viewer input too.
Sure. So. And is Twitch the only place that you can see it, or are you going to embed it on a web page, or what are you going to do?
I can't really because of the whole copyright thing. YouTube will zap me in a second. I would love to, but since there's another network that offers it, so it's called Mixcloud. Not a lot of people are familiar with Mixcloud unless you're really in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure Twitch is more commonly known.
Sure.
So I went on that platform. But yeah, every week it's going to be a 1 hour, maybe longer, depending on how many viewers we have. 1 hour video mix show. Take requests in the chat room. People could chat. I'll chat with you for a little bit, and we'll see where it goes.
So do you get to like DJ, like talk in between songs and do all that kind of stuff? That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I got a loop mode. I can just throw a song into loop and use that as my music bed and talk for a little bit before I mix the next song in.
Right. But you will be like talking. Oh, this is the Eagles, and I saw the Eagles back in 1978 or whatever.
Absolutely. Give it a little context. But your buddy Don Action Jackson's the one that got me into it when we were in the middle of the pandemic.
That's cool.
We were actually doing it on Facebook originally, and then
I remember seeing.
Whoa.
Yeah, I remember seeing him doing like DJ, but during Facebook or during COVID and stuff, man, there were a lot of people like doing stuff online. Like I saw, friends of mine were doing like gigs singing in front of their door and stuff like that. It was really cool. And actually the creativity was amazing when people trying to make a couple of bucks during COVID doing stuff online. Was Facebook, were they a little bit more lenient then or not really?
They were back then, yeah. And then all of a sudden they just started zapping us right and left. And today I still get copyright claims for songs that I played back in 2020. It's like, are you kidding me? Let it go.
We did it for like Triv's benefit. We were trying to like broadcast it live on Facebook, and we'd get dinged like by Sony and Universal and all these different things because we were playing, guys doing cover songs and dinging the shit out of everything we did. But this sounds like a really cool idea. But couldn't you you have a website, don't you? DJ Mack,
DJGregMack.com. Yeah, and I probably should put a link up there.
So I was going to say link there.
But you probably embed it on the page there, Greg. I'm pretty sure you can embed a Twitch because it would still play through Twitch, not you. If you do an iframe, I could help you with that if you need the help there. But
so yeah, if it takes off, we get a lot of viewers. I'll increase the amount of shows I do every week, and then if it once we get past January, if I get 2 subscribers, well then I'll shut the channel down. But if people are really into it and really subscribe, then I'll keep going.
Right on.
I mean, my daughter makes like $2,000 a month on Twitch playing video games.
Well, maybe you're doing the wrong thing. Maybe you ought to get yourself a Switch or something and start playing.
The last video game I played was Pitfall on the Atari 2600.
But people would probably love that shit now.
People would probably like that more than they do watching, Red Dead Redemption or whatever. They'd probably love to see the old games.
Well, my wife and I thought of that, like two old people playing Atari video games and just, talking about Gen X things.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You'd be surprised. You probably would find an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do people find you on Twitch? How does this work?
So go to twitch.tv and then / DJ Greg Mack. And DJ Greg Mack is all one word.
Twitch.tv / DJ Greg Mack.
That'll take you there through the browser, or if you want to download the app, which is an easier experience, you can download the app, set up an account, and find me there on the app. You just in the search bar punch in DJ Greg Mack. So,
at what time did you say it starts?
7:00.
It's great,
man. This is kind of cool. I think this is something interesting, something different.
Yeah. And if it takes off, I might do live Twitch broadcasts from like the Lady Caroline when I'm DJing on the boat there, or on or Club Impulse on Saturday nights, Friday nights.
Okay. That'd be cool.
All right, cool. I'm seeing a whole business venture here, kind of like the CMS Network. Now we have a whole DJ Greg Mack network with different DJs, and we do a whole thing, and then we can quit the radio job, and you can quit your IT stuff. Chris could do like a metal show. We could all do a whole big thing under your label, and then we can quit and live happily ever after doing Twitch videos.
There you go. Because, who knows when the axe is going to fall for you and me, Seth.
Seth, our biggest problem with Twitch is we would have to really clean up our mouths.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Because I was looking around at other DJ channels, and they were playing like the explicit versions of rap songs and stuff.
It's more what you talk about, like our earlier conversation about different styles of porn or whatever. That would definitely get us thrown right off.
I still want to host a political show. Definitely wouldn't do it on Twitch.
CMS Network. I'd be glad to have you on my network, man, if you want to.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, I don't think amputee porn would fly on Twitch.
Hey, You never know. You go on OnlyFans and, maybe you and your wife can make some content.
There you go.
I know I'm missing out, man.
There'll be some people
that
that
more
watch
money
this
than
stuff.
DoorDash, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Producing Bob France. I could be doing amputee porn.
There you go.
Right.
And now I'm fired.
Well, this looks pretty cool, man. I'm excited to check it out myself. So twitch.tv/DJ Greg Mack.
Yep. And tonight's the first official broadcast, so there'll be technical issues, even though there were none during the test runs.
Of course.
Because that's how it always works.
Yeah,
Right.
always are. I remember the first podcast I did, there was a thunderstorm that rolled through. You would have thought it was like last Tuesday's storm. Everything was knocked out. You heard 2 words of what I said. It was the biggest audience I think I ever had for this podcast, and it was destroyed by a rainstorm. But whatever. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
With it. And we're going to keep in touch with you.
And everybody should just go have some dinner right now and then come right back to their computer.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
It'll be on in just 90 minutes.
Yeah, I might get on a little early, so
There you go.
you log in at 6:45 or whatever. You might see me there, just kind of chatting, getting ready. But twitch.tv/DJ Greg Mack, or if you have the Twitch app, you can just search DJ Greg Mack in the search bar, and you can get Twitch for your Fire Stick and Roku as well.
All right.
Watch it on your TV.
Well, I know what I'll be listening to in the car tonight while I'm driving around.
There you go. Perfect.
Looking forward to it, my friend. We'll keep in touch with you and get you back on as this thing continues. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you guys for having me on.
Oh,
Thanks,
sure, brother.
Talk to you later.
All right, later.
See ya.
man.
I love that guy, and I love
Greg's great.
that idea. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, we could get on Twitch if you really wanted to. We would have to clean it up a little bit, but
Yeah, the original version of this podcast was on Twitch,
mm-hmm.
and there was one kid watching.
Right. Well,
And
the
it was-
thing with Twitch
remember-
is Twitch. I mean, when you started 2 years ago or whatever it's been now, Twitch was only known for games.
Yeah.
Now Twitch is definitely spreading out into, topical type stuff. So I mean, this will be cool for Greg. He's just got to promote it. That's the biggest thing with Twitch. You gotta bust your ass on socials to promote it.
Yeah.
Because very few people are gonna find from search and Twitch because they're just out there looking for, Minecraft or whatever. So
I'm missing a boat on all this stuff, man. I really am. We got to talk about this. Maybe on Wednesday we could talk about all the shit like I'm missing out on, because I think about TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and all this stuff.
Dude,
there are kids that are like 16 years old that are making more money than I am.
mm-hmm.
A stupid crap they put on social media.
Yeah, well, dude, I've been. We'll talk about Wednesday if you want to, but I've been immersed in AI right now, like really, really digging into AI, and I'm learning more and more about what they call faceless YouTube.
Yeah.
Where you give an idea through AI and it just generates 5-10 videos or whatever, and you just make a channel and you just keep uploading stuff based on the topic, and eventually it grabs hold and you make money. And you spend an hour a day on it.
We could just make an album of songs that we make up and put it out there.
We could do that too.
God,
There's all
man,
kinds. Dude, the biggest thing about making money as an independent is you just have to do it every day. If you don't do it every day, then you have to remember that any day you're not working is a day that you're taking off.
Yeah.
And that's a hard mindset to get into your head. Believe me, dude, I know, as somebody that's been independent for 20 years now, that's why I can't sit still. It's why I never sit still, because I always feel like I should be working, honestly. And if you don't have that mindset, you might as well go get a job and just work a 40. Because if you can't put yourself in that mode that you always, if you can put yourself in if you later on today, and you sort of are in the right mode too, because you go right from here to DoorDash and make money again hustling. But if you're that guy that works 40 hours in a week and then comes home and watches TV and you're comfortable like that, you can never work for yourself. Because for me, when I do that, when I stop and I start watching a movie, it's not 10 minutes before I'm grabbing my phone and doing something, because I feel like I should be doing something to earn.
I mean, I get to work around 8:00 in the morning,
mm-hmm.
and on Mondays and Wednesdays, I get home, have dinner 9:30, and go to bed at 10.
Sure.
Look, and in between those other hours, I'm doing something to try to make money.
Yeah, I get
whether it's this show or my jobs that I do 2 of during the day, and then other job at night. I mean, I'm always trying to do something. I mean, I guess I could do more though, and that's what I need to do.
Well, you don't need to do more. You just need to do different.
Well, that's just it. I think I need to branch out.
Yeah, you need to find the different that will make more.
Yeah.
That's all. But
all right. Well, we will chat with you on Wednesday. Don't forget extra content on Wednesday. Minds, MINDS.com. After 5:30, we'll have extra stuff for you. Sign up.
Yes.
Stuff has been fun.
It has been fun.
Pay like $5 a month, whatever, and just join us.
Yep.
And we will talk to you again, though, for this show Wednesday at 4.
All right. See you, folks.
We will see you later.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.